live from New York. Hello, everybody. It's the Sports Distraction Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. First business section off the top. Follow the Twitter and Instagram at sports_pod100. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you're not an Apple user. And folks, welcome to the 50th episode Extravaganza.
Everyone recognizes that, but I do not know the lyrics.
It's Funky Town.
Yeah, but then the lyrics to the chorus, no clue.
Talk about it.
About
Talk about it.
The chorus.
Yeah. They put that weird vocal effect on it, but it's the 50th episode Extravaganza, and you think, oh, they took Saturday off. They must have something big cooking. Nope.
No, just couldn't get up, so couldn't do it.
DMing people I'd like to have on the podcast to humiliating results. Just no one giving a fuck.
Ooh, I love getting shut down, especially when people have nothing but time.
It's not even shut down, it's just nothing. Hey, I'm a big fan. Would you like to do the podcast? Nothing.
I'll suck your dick.
That's
all right.
This is anyone listening who has a fucking iota of basketball knowledge or like a podcast or some kind of you create content to do with sports in some way. You gotta just DM me and we'll have you on the podcast. I'll give you $50. That is an open invite to anyone with any kind of sports facing content creation thing. A disclaimer, you must be normal. Just be normal.
Jamal Johnson's pissed right now. You only
Why?
gave me $5.
You only gave me
50.
You only subscribed to the Patreon. Caleb did it for nothing.
What the hell? That's both those like that.
Just two incredibly
Meme.
nice guys.
Yeah.
Just doing it down with the swirl, down with the down with the cause. And we'd love to have them both back. But today we're talking we have a lot to talk about because we didn't record Saturday. Like we haven't I have notes about like OG Anunoby and Montrezl Harrell thing.
Oh yeah.
Which is against the Lakers last week. And then what the fuck else? Yeah, stuff about like the Clippers and all that kind of bullshit. Stuff about injuries that people have since recovered from because it's just like little shit.
Just like, remember when that happened? He's back in the lineup, so it turned out to be fine. But
remember when Paul George's his toe was messed up, but now he was named Player of the Week, so he's actually made quite a good recovery. It seems
he turned it around a little bit.
Yeah, but a funny thing. We'll start it off with a quote from our dear friend Charles Barkley. I've been poor, I've been rich, I've been fat, I've been in the Hall of Fame. And one thing I can tell you is that the Clippers have always sucked.
Oh, wow.
Get they ass. Fuck the Clippers. We can talk about this. A hilarious thing I keep saying is like, Kawhi Leonard, barring some kind of massive whatever change of heart, will be re-signing with the Clippers. And then 2 or 3 days later, today even, you see shit on Instagram like the Warriors are heavily pursuing Kawhi Leonard. It's like if these dickheads get Klay Thompson and Kawhi Leonard, they get Klay back next season and Kawhi, and then
that'd be kind of too much.
Well, and then like what the fuck? They have in the trade that sent D'Angelo Russell to the Timberwolves, they got Minnesota's pick, and I don't know if it's top 5 protected. So like if Minnesota gets
yeah, they're doing terrible.
So no matter
phenomenal for
no matter what pick Minnesota gets, I think the Warriors get it, unless it falls outside of the top. I don't know what the fucking specifics of it were, but either way, they're getting like a high first round pick from Minnesota because they're the bottom of the league, and then they'll it's just fuck this, man.
Which they kind of need, don't they? Don't they not have picks?
Minnesota or the Warriors?
The Warriors.
No, the Warriors are doing all right for picks. They didn't really
They're doing okay.
They didn't liquidate too much. I think they gave a first round pick for Kelly Oubre though, when they got him from the Thunder, which I think that was they spent a little high on that one, if you ask me. But
yeah, we have whatever.
Kelly Oubre. It was funny. I remember he was like modeling the new jerseys for the Suns, and then that day they traded him. Like he's in like this promo where he's a cowboy, and then
who organized this?
Then that day,
yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Thanks for coming out, you fucking idiot, you
stupid bastard.
You're dumb.
This will be funny for me. You won't understand this one, but so it's a dissertation. It's not whatever the fuck. It's like the written thing of the OG Anunoby Montrezl Harrell dispute.
Right.
Because he got fined $30,000, and it says, okay. I'm a professional broadcaster. The first night at bed when you left, OG made out with 2 girls and put his head between a cocktail waitress's breasts. Also was grinding with multiple fat women. When you left crying at Clutch, OG was holding hands and dancing with a female and took down her number. Multiple people on the team know, therefore you should know the truth. So that was released. That's an official statement from the league about the altercation between the two of them.
From the NBA.
From the NBA. It's actually CC Adam Silver, so he wrote that. That's for all my... Hey.
Pretty cool guy, his Adam Silver guy.
Adam Silver, he's on notice if he ever comes to Canada for fucking disparaging the Raptors to Tampa Bay. Toronto's fucking at 45 minutes from the border, dickhead. Just get them in and get them out. What do you... But
well, the one thing I'll say is, like, whenever trades are made, like in other sports, whatever the fuck, they can just drive up.
Yeah.
Like they're allowed to cross the border.
Yeah, I think it's just more like player safe. It's like
get them the work order. Like all they need is the work visa or whatever in order to be able to cross, I think.
What, you think these guys don't have work visas? They play in Toronto every other year, idiot. And also, just before we get too far away,
every team, like every single team.
Before we get too far away from it, that was a Jersey Shore reference.
A Jersey Shore ref. Oh, that makes way more sense.
You're just like, that wasn't. If you might have been fooled for a second, that wasn't actually a statement from the NBA.
I knew that part. I just didn't know what it was from at all.
But yeah, well, to go with what you're saying, and like work visas, they're professional athletes. You think they don't sort that out? You think they don't have like a legal team? They're not just like, oh shit, Luka's visa expired.
It would just be a big undertaking to get every single team that goes to Toronto a work visa rather than just having the one team move.
Point remains, they were in Toronto as early as last March, so I'm pretty sure last March. So
last February for sure.
I was actually looking at that because people were posting like, oh, what's your greatest Toronto Raptors memory? And I was trying to find the numbers. We were at the 6th last game played at Scotiabank.
Wow.
So before COVID hit, watch them fucking smoke the Pacers.
That's really high, but like Kawhi putting out the 76ers there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a pretty crazy moment too.
That almost ranks above winning the championship.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Just because it was really so insane. Yeah.
And then his like reaction is like squatting down.
Yeah, they're watching it. There's that picture where it's him, Jordan Lloyd, and like Embiid looks like a little kid, like kind of like peeking, like, no.
Don't go in, you fucking piece of shit ball.
Like a kid who's scared of dogs, like peeking around the gate and like looking at a scary dog and be like, fuck. That's so scary. Yeah. But
if you're unhappy in LA there in Clippers land, you can just come back. I saw an interesting thing where it's
people, I don't know if it was just a ton of Raptors fans saw it for some reason, but on Twitter there was a thing where it's like, once Kawhi retires, or I don't even know if it was once he retires, it's just like, when you think of Kawhi Leonard, what jersey do you picture him in? And most people said Toronto. Because like
true.
We get kind of a yeah, like you say, he won the championship. He
got the ring.
Well, a lot of people are like, oh, he took a bum ass team to the finals. It's like they're a pretty good team. You know,
like right now they're better than what they're playing.
Yeah,
this isn't as bad as they are.
I think a big thing with us is, or with the Raptors rather, is their coaching isn't working for our centers. Like Baines has been fucking treacherous for us this year, but he's not as bad as our coaching makes him look. You know what I mean?
You think without Nick, like with someone else other than Nick Nurse, he'd be better?
Not even that. It's just, I think, because like look at the championship roster. We had Gasol, who is just like a stretch five. All he does is pass. He doesn't really clog the lane, and then he rim protects on defense. We don't have a guy like that now. You know what I mean?
Right. So you thinking Baines is getting deployed incorrectly?
Not even that. He just doesn't have the right skill set that matches coaching decisions, really.
Okay.
But yeah, like what I was gonna say. What?
Gasol isn't getting the minutes he wants right now.
Yeah, he's like the fourth string center for the Lakers.
Yeah, he's getting kind of hung up to dry a little bit there, and he's getting quite good.
He's getting pissed. Well, hasn't been playing. He's older now. He hasn't been playing because I think he won a championship last year. So you're like, yep, let's get him. Like they were expecting the caliber of player they're getting in Andre Drummond from that signing, I feel. But then they just went and got Drummond. You know what I mean? But what I was gonna say about Kawhi, it's like we have kind of a skewed perception of it because we like got familiar with him, and like literally the whole country loved this guy. But like there is like zero Clippers fans. Like nobody is fucking with it's when you think about it, it's so obvious. Like Donald Sterling's such a psycho that he's like, yeah, I'm gonna move it to LA. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird, man. Oh, what are you gonna play? You're gonna no, we're gonna play at Staples Center also. Like, excuse me?
I'm gonna be just like them. We're gonna do everything the same, and we're gonna be just as good. And I'm just gonna copy you guys.
Well, it's like, yeah, well, the Lakers are doing it. Should work for us. There's a lot of people here, but
it's like, yeah, his GM doesn't suck.
His GM is a
psycho.
Yeah, Donald Sterling truly is just one of the. He's such an interesting figure because he's just like so clearly just an insane man who bought a basketball team. But
like all your 18-year-old friends and you want to hang out, and then your fucking little 12-year-old brother or wherever the fuck goes, hey, me too. It's
yeah,
like, no.
Mom says I have to play.
Do what I'm doing. No, get the hell out of here.
Mom says I get to own the Clippers next. Kind of. Fuck you, Donald. They say, but yeah. So my before we get into the meat of the episode, I'll present you with my. So what they'll do, they move the Clippers to Seattle. So they become the Seattle Supersonics. Seattle would love a team there.
Oh yeah.
They were devastated by the Sonics going to OKC. And the Clippers have a good team, so it'd be like immediately you have like something for the fan base to latch onto, and new fans will get a hold of it as well. You know what I mean?
And you have a brand new stadium to play in.
Yeah, because you're playing where the Kraken are playing.
Exactly.
That NHL team. And then also you're gonna bring back a Vancouver team, but they're not gonna be the Grizzlies anymore. So that's one more added to the West, and then one relocating. Furthermore, you're going to add a Las Vegas team to the NBA. You're going to encroach a little bit.
Is this adding teams or is this moving teams?
Well, that's the thing. I think Vegas is enough of a market to add a team.
Probably.
And I think, like, yeah. Or maybe you don't need a Vancouver team. Yeah, scratch adding a team to Vancouver. You just relocate the guys to Seattle, add a team to Vegas, and then move the Grizzlies to the Eastern Conference. And then you're good. And I think that balances.
But there's so many teams in the bottom that could probably be moved to Canada and thrive.
Yeah, I think it would be cool because having the two teams, like, obviously we weren't really into basketball when the Grizzlies were in Vancouver, but like having like there's two teams in the whole country split east to west. It's like, yeah, that's an incredible rivalry. That's like, you know what I mean? And
that'd
then
be unreal.
Well, and then obviously also the rivalry between Vancouver and Seattle because they're very close to one another. And then it would also drive Vancouver housing prices up even higher. So you get to live near the.
You got to do that.
Get to live near the stadium.
Now, when you say something like Seattle and Vancouver are so close,
yeah,
my brain just turns into a fried egg. Like it does. I don't do geography well in the slightest.
Yeah, you're bad at that.
Suck at it.
It's also funny. Minnesota, the Timberwolves are further north than Toronto. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, see, I hate that. I hate it.
Seattle also further north. Vancouver, of course, further north. But yeah, so Adam Silver, I know you're listening because you're a little stupid bitch, and you've reckoned with my beautiful Toronto Raptors. But do that to the league.
Lex Luthor looking ass.
That whole thing. Who else does he look like? Fuck. Come on. Come on. Come back to me. I lost it. Fucking wait, who's never mind.
I thought of something.
Yeah, you already had one. It wasn't fair.
I just thought of it.
Oh, come on, who's a bald guy? Think.
Mr. Clean looking ass.
Damn it. Now you have two and I have none. Son of a bitch. He just looks weird. That's he doesn't look like I can't compare.
You look dumb.
I can't compare.
Boom.
He looks like one of the three blind mice from Shrek. That's what he reminds me of. Just because he's like, I can't compare him to a human being.
Oh, it's like that's all I could think of, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I didn't really think that would make sense. And
yeah, I'm trying to think of a
really
guy.
Good.
But to shift gears towards the meat and potatoes of this episode, my girlfriend is texting me. No, I'm just kidding. WNBA. I'm trying to have fun with my brother. I'm working right now. Don't you understand? But the WNBA put out each team gets 3 new uniforms for the 2021 season because it's their 25th year. The Women's National Basketball Association unveiled all of their new 2021 team uniforms. Oh, they're from Nike. Okay, cool. I don't know if they've always been from Nike, but yeah. The restoration of player numbers and large team logos on the front at the expense of advertiser space. Which would you rather have?
I don't know. Nice new jerseys, I guess.
I guess I'd rather have good jerseys than a big fuck off. Well, I think the Lynx jersey still has that Mayo Clinic thing on it, doesn't it?
That's the worst one.
Yeah. So a little preview of what we're going to rank our top 3 of the new WNBA jerseys and then just go in on which ones I think are the worst.
Yeah.
Because what's that? Schadenfreude, where you like the bad. It's easier to be evil than to be like, actually, right. I like it and it's good. Just a guy with a fucking messenger bag buying a Funko Pop at EB Games. Thank you, sir.
The just like the contrarian.
No. The everything. It's you. The everything is good guy. Oh, actually, I like it.
Oh, well, everything is good. So.
Yeah, wrong. Got your ass. All right. So, do you want to start with your top 3? What would you? In no particular order, what are your 3 favorite ones? Or do you want to just do 3, 2, 1? Because I know what one is my absolute favorite.
I'm going to go my bottom first of the top 3.
Okay, so number 3 for you.
The
Atlanta Dream.
The Atlanta Dream.
Which one?
Black and blue with the orange and purple stripes on the side.
Okay, so that would be
or whatever those colors are.
The Rebel Edition.
Third?
Yeah,
Rebel. Yeah, the Rebel Edition.
The Atlanta Dream Rebel Edition. I do like that one, but my number 3 is the Atlanta Dream Heroine Edition. With that blue, it has just like that little pink splotch of tie-dye ombre on the side. It says Dream in big letters. But I do agree that, yeah, that's actually kind of sick because it fades to orange at the bottom. Damn. In my mind, I
didn't even think that was part of the jersey. I thought that was just shadow.
Yeah, fades to orange at the bottom. Holy crap! What the?
No, I'm talking about like the one you're talking about.
Oh,
because her arm is also that color.
Her arm is pink. Oh, you thought it was? Oh, is it just a shadow from the ball? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, I might.
Yeah, it's just white.
I might be about to be extremely pissed the fuck off in a second here, folks. All right, number 3.
I'm just gonna make sure that this
black
is
bar redacted. Wrong. Not your favorite.
Number 3
did not make the cut. Fuck you.
Rewind the tape there.
Yeah. Fuck.
You're dumb.
All right. Instead, my number 3 is the black and gold LA Sparks Rebel Edition.
That's a great pick.
The black with the gold trim, and it has like another fucking confusing ass background. Underneath the sleeves, there's like a constellation pattern on the Sparks jersey, or it's probably meant to be Sparks, not stars, but or maybe it's like Hollywood Knights or some shit. Who the fuck knows? So number 3 for you, Atlanta Dream Rebel Edition. Number 3 for me, LA Sparks Rebel Edition. Moving on to number 2. Do you have a number 2 right off the top of your head, or do you want me to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll go with my number 2. My number 2 is the Phoenix.
Ooh, Phoenix Mercury.
The Phoenix Mercury. The fade one. It doesn't really go into detail like the other one does. The Explorer. The Explorer uniform is the center one. So yeah, the Explorer version of the Phoenix Mercury is the best to me.
Yeah, that's also my second. And I like that
whoa, what? Really?
There's the big fuck off Fry's Food Stores logo right on the belly of it. That's cool.
Oh yeah, it kind of sucks balls, but I like if you look at it as like a whole,
yeah,
you don't even notice that.
The whole kit is perfect. I like the shorts. There's just like that hint of pink as it fades from purple to orange. Really nice. Yeah, they did aside from that one the one Minnesota jersey with the big fuck off Mayo Clinic bullshit on the stomach. They knocked it out of the park with these jerseys.
Yeah. They really did.
Yeah. These are sick.
There's only a few that suck balls.
Yeah, there's only a few that I'm not very happy with. So number 1, what is your favorite of the new WNBA 2021 jerseys?
The Washington Mystics Rebel Edition.
That's a controversial pick because a lot of podcasts I've listened to that have spoken about this, a lot of them don't love it. But I think it's cool. I don't know what.
I love the color combination of the navy blue and the whatever that salmon color is.
Yeah.
It's not really pink. It's because it's muted.
Yeah.
So it's even better than
muted
pink, really.
It says Rise.
And it has like that gold stripe too. And I love the way, like the shape of it, like the rather than being like cut in half, like the bottom's blue, the top is salmon. It's like
it's just they're trying something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks different, and I like how unique it looks, and I like the color combination.
Yeah, so number 1, Matt's pick, Washington Mystics Rebel Edition. And I forget what one it is, because my phone just died, but the Las Vegas Aces jersey, where it says Aces vertically, and then the number on the right side of the chest, and it has like that slit, and then it's like diamonds on one side, like in the bottom corner. Can you find that?
Yeah, it almost looks like textured, and it is the Left and middle, Hero and Explorer.
It's
Black edition is the Black Rebel edition.
The Rebel edition, we'll call it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that seems odd.
The Vegas Aces I like the vertical.
Yeah,
like that looks Aces good. Vertically. That's if I were to get a WNBA jersey, I'd get an Aces jersey. I would get
because Vegas is so fun.
Well, Vegas is cool, and they just have like I think I'll be heavily into the WNBA this year. I dabbled in it last year, but like I really enjoyed it from what I watched. So it's like, damn, this just be because they offset the NBA and WNBA season, from what I understand.
Right.
So it's like, oh, more basketball, of course. What am I gonna fucking talk? What am I gonna talk to my girlfriend? The fuck?
It's like, sorry, baseball, you lose.
Sorry, baseball. Sorry, hockey. I was talking to a guy at my work about football. It's like, fuck, should I just get into football?
It's only whatever, like so much less games.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like, it's not like baseball where it's like, oh, it's been 2 weeks and the Blue Jays are already 4-6. It's like, how have they played 10 games already? What the fuck?
How are they so far down?
Yeah, yeah, they're already blowing it. The fuck? But yeah, it's like, so I think I'll get more into the because the Aces have Asia Wilson. She was the MVP in the bubble last year. Liz Cambage is cool. Kelsey Plum coming back. They're gonna have a pretty cool team. So, and until Toronto gets one, the Las Vegas Aces, I genuflect before you, my queens. I submit my service to your fandom. But what do you think of that?
I don't even know what that first word was.
Genuflect. It's where you
genuflect.
You take your sword out of the sheath and stick it in the ground and like bow behind it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go up to the guy. You go up to the guy at Burger King and you're like, "The all-dressed nuggets, sir!" And then you take out a sword and slam it on the ground and bow before him. Excuse me?
And you're like, oh, that's not that good.
And it's like, oh, 10 nuggets? Yeah, that'll be $2.
Yeah, that's not enough.
That ain't right. They're in the factory.
I'm gonna go to Harvey's. Harvey's is charging like $4 for 4, so I'm gonna go there. That makes more sense.
That's the gourmet option. They're in the back of Burger King, just shredding up like used Nikes into the chicken nuggets. Just pouring soy sauce.
Good texture. I like the texture.
Yeah, well, it's like eating calamari. This stuff. What the fuck? Yeah,
pretty good.
But a podcast first, Matt. You're bringing a topic to the table. I thought talking about the WNBA would go. I'm like, this is an hour on this, easy. Oh wait, what we can do? We can say our absolute least favorite. Nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo.
Trying to think here.
Your jersey is poo poo.
The Dallas Wings Rebel Edition is this kind of like shitty green color.
The Army one?
Yeah, the Army one. That sucks.
My question for the Dallas Wings, why in 2021 are you still supporting the troops? Why are you where in your head, like, not even just like as a person, but like the WNBA, it's like, I feel like I group like the troops in with like cops and just like imperialism, and it's just like this. Why do you? Yeah, we love these guys. Come on, man.
And even worse, their other two jerseys are really nice.
They're the nice like white and blue.
White and blue or white and green.
Yeah, they have a nice color palette
tell.
For sure.
Yeah. So like their third one sucks.
But unfortunately, they have to play in Dallas.
And then almost each one of Chicago's sucks.
What? Really? I like the glass breaking one. I like that one.
What? It's terrible.
It's because it's them shattering the glass ceiling. So you just said women empowerment looks terrible.
Yeah, when they represent it as glass shattering,
Hey,
but all it really looks like is a bunch of blue random lines everywhere.
hey everyone, let's get a hashtag going, Matt off pod, and then we'll replace him with, who can my co-host be?
A broom.
Mia Khalifa will be my
A
co-host.
broom with a wig.
A broom with a wig. That's like earlier when I was like, hey, do you want to record? And you didn't reply. I'm like, fuck, should I just do like a monologue? Should I just go on my like Bill Burr shit? Just be like, fuck, I guess I'll just talk for an hour to nobody.
That would be really hard. That'd be so hard.
I think it, like, because I remember I used to listen to Bill Burr shit, and there'd be parts where he's like, yeah, I don't know, and then just like be silent for like 6 seconds and then start talking about something else. So it's not like he's not like fucking Gallagher,
just be
like,
comfortable, yeah,
running around smashing shit, and like he's not the Bad Brains playing 19 songs in 25 minutes. Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
The fastest. Bad Brains are sick.
What Chicago should have done is they should have taken the black like pinstripe,
okay,
put that on the blue, like that pinstripe pattern, put that on the solid blue, and then put the glass shattering on the black, because the glass shattering on the black would look more like glass shattering.
You think so?
Like way more. Oh yeah, because on the blue it doesn't look like fuck all.
Well, aren't they the Chicago sky?
Yeah.
So I think the dark blue, light blue is meant to be I don't know. Yeah, so this is just some notes for whoever the commissioner of the WNBA is.
Like,
I know you're listening redone. Too.
Yeah, this is pointless. They're not going back. So
they're pretty set in these, from what I understand.
Send them back.
Actually, no. Actually, have you listened? Did you listen to episode 50 of the Sports Distraction podcast? One of the hosts didn't really like this one.
So,
is he like a big basketball guy or something? Not really.
Like a famous designer, then, is what he is.
No, he's just kind of a guy who works his job and then does a podcast for between 12 and 45 people an episode.
Depending on, I don't know what.
Well, it's I saw a thing where it's like, oh, hey, Spotify, how many streams did my thing get? 6. Oh, cool, 6. How many does it need to get recognized by the algorithm? 6. What? 100,000. It's like, wait, what?
Oh, why wouldn't you say that quicker, you piece of crap?
Yeah, you're actually not a rising artist until you've already achieved millions of followers. Then we'll consider you a rising artist.
It's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, this is it's going to be cool when you, Amazon, and CNN just run the entire world, and I never have to think of anything again. When I'm putting a microchip into a webcam and shipping it out, and I have to do that 68,000 times an hour, or I get my kidneys removed. Yeah, you get whipped. Whipped until the flesh hanging off my bone, like that. Actually, quick aside, I read and finished. Started and finished this book called Ring Shout by P. J. Lee Clark. Very good. To any of my reading heads out there, check that book out. That's where I got that whipped so hard the flesh hanging off his bone. That's where that tidbit came from. It's a good book. It's less than 200 pages. Very interesting read. Go check it out.
What is it about?
So the cover is very cool. It's like a clan robe with 2 hands, and then there's eyes, but the eyes are mouths. So that's what originally intrigued me about it. But it's a first person, like written from first person, and it's about a girl who like hunts like clan members. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be really cool. But then it's not a spoiler because it's not really a twist. Like 12 pages in, they're talking about like, oh, we cut up a dog and set it there as bait for the clan members. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then like they turn into like giant monsters. and like they kill the monsters because like it's really interesting. And there's like magic. It's like almost like not like a fantasy novel, but there's like magical elements and like
I would say that's fantasy.
It's
that's like
yeah,
that's fantasy for sure.
That actually doesn't really exist in the realm of reality. So actually, I see.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And there's like spiritual shit about it, and like I really enjoyed it. Ring Shout by P. J. Lee Clark. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, check it out. Tell my book heads. I was thinking at the end of this year I was gonna put out a book review video on the YouTube because I've been keeping track of all the books I've read. I'll just make like a fucking hour-long video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just make a long ass fucking video and like hold up the book and be like, I liked this. Next book. This one I liked a little more actually. I didn't love this one. And just do that for because I'm like, I'll go a book a month and it's April 13th. And that was the 8th one. So I'm at about a 2 per month clip right now. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do be reading. But what
Yeah. Anyway.
The next segment, the Matt Show.
The most disappointing jersey for me.
Oh.
Because I thought it was so cool. And then I was let down to see what it actually was.
I ruined it for
Indiana Fever. Their Rebel edition is really cool. It's like black with like red flecks.
It's like it looks like a horror movie.
Looks really cool. Oh, it's fucking Stranger Things.
It's based off the sensation Netflix original Stranger Things.
It's like, no, that's such a cool pattern. Like black with the red.
Yeah, with
like
the horror movie thing.
Why does it have to be that?
Yeah. That show fell the fuck off.
Yeah.
I do not give a shit that it's the 80s and stuff is happening. That's what that whole show is.
Just to reiterate, the Minnesota links with the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah.
In as clear of lettering as everything else.
Yeah.
Just looks really terrible.
Yeah. I really like the I think it's the Rebel, the Minnesota one, because there's actually like I noticed it while we were looking through it. There's like a kind of like a I don't even know, like a crosshatch design that's like beneath, like the whole jersey is that design, and then it just has like Min on like the what's that called? Where it's like the thing they put musical notes on, a stanza.
Yeah, like the 5 lines or 6 lines
bars
for the bars. Yeah,
represent the
I didn't notice that pattern you're talking about. I just noticed that. That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good one actually. Dang.
Yeah, honorable mention to that's the Rebel, yeah.
Yes.
The Minnesota Lynx Rebel edition. Honorable mention. But
anyway,
in stealing
for that.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, ladies. That's enough out of you. Just kidding.
It's all the time you're getting.
Yeah. the shrill misogynist. Actually, let's talk about the fellas again.
Yeah.
Why are you so shrill? But it's
calm down.
It's the Smithers. All right, folks, that's enough of the ladies. Let's bring out the men. In stealing Matt's bit, though, what Toronto athlete has settled in better in his new team? Gary Trent Jr. for the Toronto Raptors or Jack Campbell for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Wait, hang on. Who's that? Boo! Boo! Oh, it's all the hockey haters. Me and all my friends who don't really watch hockey anymore. Yuck! Oh, PU hockey.
Yes, most people who like basketball hate hockey.
Yeah, it's like
that's how it is. It's not the exact opposite where they like both sports because they enjoy sports.
Well, it's like it's kind of like when like a rap fan in the 90s would be like, I hate rock and roll, fuck that shit. And then at the same time, rock fans would be like, rap, more like crap, I call it. But then what is it? Run DMC had that song with Aerosmith, and then everyone's like, "Wait a minute, rap can rock too." And then
it's basically just rock.
it's
It's barely rap.
It's just them rapping over a guitar solo instead of. Well, it's
Yeah.
like there were so many rap songs that sampled rocks.
Yeah.
Just white people being afraid of a black guy. How's he talking so fast?
Was that what it was for me in terms of basketball? Was I looking at it going, I can't relate to this. I don't get this.
Those guys are too scary.
Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like our parents never
then
watched it, right? They weren't into it, so like they didn't pass that on to me or the interest on to me.
Exactly.
And I wasn't willing to stick my neck out enough, I guess, to check it out and see if I liked it.
I don't know why. I wasn't confident enough to be different.
Yeah, really.
So I'm like, actually, I actually do like hockey. Just sitting there, just bored out of my fucking mind for 2.5 hours.
Who, you?
Yeah. Yeah.
This takes too long.
This sucks, dick. But it's the only time I spend with you and Dad. So I guess I'll just sit here. And you guys
do something else, like an activity together? No, okay.
We go shoot. We would literally go shoot a basketball, and that was the most fun I would have. And I just didn't connect the two to watching pro basketball. Like, this is a lot of fun when we do this
information.
Yeah, 2 neurons just like trying to fire. It's like, come on,
dude. Hello, this is awesome.
Make the connection.
Figure it out.
Do this,
moron.
Do this instead of skateboarding, so you don't damage the growth plates in your knees, and you end up being 6'1" instead of 5'10".
Oh, that would piss me off if you're 6'1" and I'm fucking over here 5'10" still.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, it was my one friend's mom was like, "You have a big head for a guy your height." I'm like, "Oh yeah, haha, that's kind of like a joke in my family, actually." She's like, "No, if you like." Then she said some like mathematical thing, like the size of your head should be like 6.5, like your head height is 6.5 of your body height or some shit. She's like, "Yeah, you should." I feel like you should, because she's like a kinesiologist or some bullshit. And I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely give a fuck about this. Thanks for telling me that. Goodbye." But sorry,
you're kind of pissing me off right now.
Hey, do I have to fuck you up? Thank you for giving me dinner, but I'll kick your ass. But no,
this shit.
Who's settling in better, Gary Trent Jr. or Jack Campbell? I'm gonna guess it's Jack Campbell because he's setting franchise records as a goaltender in hockey, and Gary Trent Jr. is just kind of a cool guy who's playing good.
Well, Gary Trent Jr., like, he's rocking the Jays jersey.
Yeah, he's
calling the place home already.
I saw a thing where it's like, is this, or it might have even been you that said it, where it's like, is this just the most positive, good trade of all time? Like in league history?
So good, yeah. Like where both teams are benefiting immensely from it.
Both teams are benefiting, and both fan bases are very like
happy.
Happy and supportive, and like, hey, like, take care of our guy. Hey, you too. Haha. Dapping.
Because we don't have any rival with the Trailblazers, so we have no reason to hate the Trailblazers.
Well, and it's not like we're in a playoff position and it's like, oh fuck, we might see these guys. You know what I mean?
That's definitely not going to happen.
That or miraculous. Well, that's the thing. It's, would you rather get into the play-in tournament and get fucking rinsed by the Celtics in embarrassing fashion, than have those dickheads have more munition on Twitter, or tank, miss the playoffs, get like a top 5 pick? Which way, Western man?
I would rather tank, but then the one thing you said about the Celtics, I really feel like without Tice, they're not as much of a problem for Toronto anymore. That guy was the fucking thorn.
Yeah, he always had our number. It's like it's like, really, it's this fucking guy. Obviously,
now he's gone.
Like, obviously, Brown and Tatum are like a 2-headed monster, and they can both pour it in. But it's like, I know what you mean. It's like, I feel like every game Tice would have like fucking 18 against us and we'd lose by 6. It's like, fuck this. God damn it, this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a big German fucker. And I think, who is it? Robert Williams is their new center they've been playing because Tristan Thompson doesn't exist, apparently. The Celtics.
Whereas, like if Raptors, I think, get in a battle of just like going back and forth and like shooting.
Yeah.
Like we have players that can pour it in.
We have guys that will make shots. Would you say more so that, like, I think after Tatum and Brown, and then obviously like Smart, but Smart's more of like a two-way guy. You wouldn't say he's like a true scorer. I guess Kemba too. That pissed me off. Like every team that has like it's like, oh, this guy should be good, but he's having a bad season, would just go the fuck off against Toronto. So it's like, oh, Tatum.
There you go. You feel better now?
We figured out Tatum and Brown. We've locked them down. Tatum only has 9 points. Brown has 13. Oh, and Kemba has 38. It's like, fuck, god damn it. But yeah, but would you say, I don't know, man. I guess the Celtics are 7th, so they're not like something's fucking up.
Not kicking ass by any means.
Yeah. Yeah, but but even still, it's like, oh, we somehow beat the Celtics, and now we're the 7 seed. Oh, here we go. It's time to play the Nets. It's time to play the play the Heat. You know?
Yeah, Toronto will not go far, I don't feel.
No, definitely not. But like I said last episode, at this point a week ago now, get in, loser. We're going to the play-in tournament. Just kidding. We're going to the hopefully top. A lot of the draft, like, oh, this is the whatever the fuck you call it, where you like you simulate the draft. A lot of them have Toronto picking 7th. It's like, come on, baby,
get us 2 more down.
Get us, yeah, get us top 5. Come on,
or up or down. I don't know how to say that.
Go down in the standings, up in the draft selection.
Right. Oops.
There's been a few. The ideal for me is OKC picking number 1 and then us picking number 2. But that, of course, won't happen because we're probably going to end up picking fucking like 9th or some bullshit. But I
was going to say like 10th. Hey, 10th.
Cool. That's good, I guess. Yeah, that's a guy who was the 3rd best team on his NCAA run.
He'll play in a couple of years on the Raptors.
Another 6-foot point guard.
Where you, as like, top 5, you can probably plug that person in immediately.
Yeah, this draft is kind of stacked too. There's like a few guys that'll be literally in the league next year, like you say. But yeah, well, folks, I think do you have anything else? Are you gonna?
No, I was just gonna say to solidify what we were talking about, or what I was talking about. I'm pretty certain that Jack Campbell's ingratiated himself more with the team, just because, one, he's got to be the nicest dang guy on the planet, and he's getting them wins. And he broke the franchise record for wins.
I don't know. Have you talked to me? I'm pretty nice.
You're not even close to as nice as this guy. You're the devil compared to this guy. This guy's awesome.
You're the anti this guy. But
and then the team wants to win for him because he's such a good person.
Yeah.
So that like gives you that extra thing. So when you lose, you feel worse. So then you have that extra motivation to win.
Unlike other teams who all hate each other and they don't care about winning, this team likes each other and wants to win.
Well, look at Buffalo.
Buffalo. Put it all together, you get Buffalo.
Do you think they give 2 shits if they win for their goalie?
Yeah, probably.
They don't seem to care.
Fucking competitors and human beings. The only Buffalo team I want to hear about is the freaking Bills. Let's go, Bills Mafia. I pledge my fandom to you. NFL, baby. Look out for football episodes of the Sports Distraction podcast coming in the future.
Not going to happen.
I'm also going to, me and my football friends are going to start a podcast. Me and Hey Arnold are going to have a podcast. I'm going to be like, I confused you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Move it, football head. I heard that and I thought,
it's like football
this guy's a football head.
Today's guest is Stewie Griffin.
Oh, God dang it!
Son of a bitch. I keep messing this damn shit up.
Keeps happening.
But yeah, that's all I got for this week. I'm gonna show you a shoe reveal. I got a new pair of shoes. I showed you a picture of them, but here they are in real life. The what are these? The Blazers, the Atomic Pink Blazers. The check is pink. They're very comfortable.
Solid white, other than the pink check mark.
Yeah,
looks pretty good.
Looks good. Feels good. They feel kind of like bowling shoes. They're very flat, but
yeah, they're like my Blazers. Same thing.
Yeah, they're like my Blazers in that they're also a pair of Nike Blazers size 9.
They're identical.
So they're kind of similar in that, right? I guess
they're a little similar.
Well, I guess mine are leather, so yours are like that suede, right?
Which is a different form of leather.
Suede is what? What the?
No, it can't be. That's not right.
Just end the episode there.
What the hell?
Holy crap. Thank you so much for listening, my friends. So like I said up top, as always, subscribe to the Twitter and Instagram at sports_pod100. Subscribe on Apple iTunes Podcasts app. Rate us 5 stars, write a review. Don't know how to do that yet. Matt has the encryption code to look at the Apple analytics. So now that
I do have that.
Now that hanging
Isn't that hilarious?
Now that hanging out is illegal again, the next time we see each other in person, we'll check the numbers. So look out for a massive change in attitude when we see how terrible the podcast is doing on Apple Podcasts in about a month. But no, we're on the up and up, baby. There's nowhere to go but up from here, if you ask me.
Up, up, up.
Oh, we're going up
from here.
Thank you for everything, Shania Twain. And thank you so much for listening. Like I said, subscribe to all the shit. Follow us, DM me, and again, open invite to anyone with any kind of basketball content thing. $50 in your pocket or in your Cash App TD Bank transfer folder. If you want to come and talk to us on the podcast for probably half an hour to 45 minutes.
And the risk of giving us your TD is we will know your email.
Yeah. That's
a risk.
If you're comfortable giving complete strangers your email, hit a DM me on Twitter or Instagram at sports_pod100. Oh yeah, this was a good one, my friend. Thank you so much for listening, folks. Goodbye.
Bye.